Oh, I'm muted. 1 second. Give me a second. Right, we're sorted now, or we should be. Hello, everybody. Sorry about the start. Welcome to the live watch along of Leeds United versus Preston North End at Elland Road. Leeds hoping to bounce off of that victory that we had against Middlesbrough midweek, where wow, we really are glad to have got through that with 3 points, considering the two obvious goals that we had completely disallowed, which was ridiculous. Because honestly, I'd God knows what I would have done if they didn't if we didn't win that game. Absolutely ridiculous decisions by the linesman in that game, but we're back to it against Preston North End, who aren't the best team in the world, and we should get a result. Welcome all of those of you who are joining us. Welcome to those of you who are Leeds Lately members. Ryan, Tune, Karen, Curtin. I think we've got maybe one or two more. We've got John Garside as well. Welcome, of course, all of you who are non-Leeds Lately members as well, who continue to support the channel. And look, yeah, this is going to be a big game. This is going to be a big game because we really need to get the 3 points. Because if we don't, that's when we start worrying about being overtaken again, and it all gets a bit stressful. So let's just see if we can get through this relatively scot free, get away with 3 points, and move on to the next one. Hopefully, it'll be a good game. It's at home, which we always love to see because Leeds are so much better at home than we are in away games. And look, yeah, I just need us to just go out there, do a job. Welcome, those of you who are just joining us. I'm having a few issues with the Wi-Fi on my tablet at the moment, so we may have to watch it on the PC itself. Let's set a little goal. And let's set a 2-hour timer on that. Leeds will stay top. Let's have a little look. Hold on a second. Let's just see if we can find the actual. Here we go. Who's watching? Me, Sports, Leeds versus Preston, watch channel. Perfect. Now all we need to do is just plug in the headphones to the right device. Matt Leeds saying Bamford scores today. Hopefully. I mean, look, he was nearly scoring in the last game, wasn't he? Yeah, I think we're all sorted. William Willis saying Osmaic should just send him off now. Send himself off now, dirty, dirty player. He is, isn't he? And he's shown it since that incident with Bellier, where he wound him up to the point of Bellier pushing him in the face. There you go, Scamper and Bailey. You can even be on the screen as well. Welcome everybody who is joining us now, as usual. And I'm going to keep mentioning this up until the actual date of the game. But tickets are on sale now at leedscreator.com at the John Charles Centre for Sport. 20th of July, all of your favourite Leeds creators, well, pretty much all the Leeds creators, playing in a big game of football with all these going to Prostate Cancer UK. And it should just be a great day out. 20th of July at the John Charles Centre for Sport. Tickets for an adult are £7. Tickets for kids are just £3. And like I said, it all goes to Prostate Cancer UK. So there we go. That's all for a great cause. So if you haven't already and you're available on that day, get yourself down to John Charles Centre for Sport. £7 for adults, £3 for kids, all in aid of Prostate Cancer UK. Right, we're back now. Let's have a little look at the lineups then. It looks like Preston under Paul Heckingbottom are going to go for a bit of a 3-4-2-1 formation with Brady and Frokar Jensen in behind Osmaic, who we've already obviously mentioned earlier in this stream when we were talking about him being a very dirty player. Looks like they're going 3 at the back with obviously the ability for them to drop into a 5 at the back with the wing backs dropping in. So I imagine they'll do that at some point in the game when the go in is tough for them. And of course, as well, we can have a little look at Leeds' lineup now. If we just go ahead and press that button here on the stream deck, there we go. And of course, as well, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that big red button. If you find that you can't put anything down in the chat below, it's because you haven't hit that big red sub button. But if you do, you'll be able to chat with our great community here. I recommend it. Leeds going for a 4-2-3-1 formation then. Jaden Bogle. Sorry, we usually start with the goalkeeper, don't we? Carl Darlow in goal. Jaden Bogle, Joe Rodon, Ethan Ampadu, and Firpo make up the back 4 again. Gruev and Tanaka back in that midfield as a pair. And like I said, I do like it when Gruev is in there because he covers Firpo down that left-hand side when Firpo's higher up. So Gruev and Tanaka in midfield. Nonto comes in for James because James has got an injury. Strouk's out for the rest of the season. James has got an injury, and I know that Sam Chambers is ill as well. So Nonto comes in for James, and you've got Aronson, Solomon, and Piru make up the rest of the starting lineup. And then on the benchio for Leedsio, there is. Let's have a little look again, because I did know what it was before. Here we go. On the bench is Melier, Byram, Schmidt, DeBayo, Verba, Gilavogi, Ramazani, Joseph, and Bamford. Look, if a winger comes off today, you've got to think that Ramazani will get some game time. So that's the bench as well. Welcome everybody who is joining us. Welcome to Robert Wetzel, of course, Leeds Elite member. Robert saying Preston are mid-table, clear of the bottom, won't make playoff. We get a lackluster effort from them. Or fingers crossed we get a lackluster effort from them. Yeah, absolutely. I did see some photographs as well of Paul Heckingbottom walking across the old Elland Road pitch and having a look around, which obviously used to be our manager, but also, of course, Peter Ridsdale. We live the dream, Ridsdale, who's obviously now the owner of Preston as well, was walking across the pitch as well, having a little look around, thinking, oh, God, I'm back here. So, some familiar faces back in the house today at Elland Road. Some very familiar faces. some remembered more fondly than others. But Leeds really need to go and win this one today. Yeah, there was a red card the last time we played these. Hopefully that doesn't happen today unless it's for them. Just 4 minutes to kick off here. Not long at all. Not long at all to kick off. Burnley looked so ordinary last night. Surely we have to win the league over Burnley and Sheffield. Trev saying, "Well, yeah, you'd like to think so, wouldn't you?" It's just frustrating, isn't it? Like, I always say this, but we're better than the teams around us. We're better than the teams around us, but we're not. But we're not. Hold on. We're better than the teams around us, but we're not better at beating the worst teams. If that makes sense. It always just happens like that. I don't know why. But yeah, Burnley won 2-1 last night, which takes them up to 88 points. So as long as Leeds win, today, we'll go back top on goal difference. Can't believe that Burnley have only conceded 13 goals. And we've scored 80, which is around 20 more than everybody else in the division. Look at Middlesbrough scored 61 goals. That's more than Burnley, more than Sheffield United, more than Sunderland. Burnley have only lost 2 all season. Welcome everybody to the chat. Sajal saying morning/afternoon, Max, and all you wonderful Leeds faithful. Let's get this done, please. Absolutely, Sajal. It's going to be one of those, isn't it, where if we get a goal early, you can see the confidence in. But yeah, it's going to be scary if the longer it goes on at 0-0. Does look it does look nice and warm there, and looks nice and warm here as well. PNE keeper is out injured. Cornell isn't as good. Yeah, it's Freddie Woodman, isn't it, usually? Excuse you. In your bed. Come here. In your bed. You stay there then, love. Players are heading out onto the pitch now. Welcome, Rookie. Welcome, everybody who's joining us. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, and make sure you go ahead and hit that big red sub button as well, as that would be much appreciated. Go back to the Preston lineup just for a second, because some people were talking about some of the changes that they've made. Cornell comes in goal instead of Woodman. But that is their lineup. Looks to be a 3-4-2-1 with Brady and Frokja Jensen in behind Osmajic. And then, of course, Leeds United. Let's have a look back at our lineup. I've already talked about this, but we'll have a look. Oh, pressed it too many times. There we go. So Carl Darlow in goal. Then you've got Jaden Bogle, Junior Firpo as the fullbacks. Ronald Ampadu in the centre of defence. Then Gruev Tanaka in midfield with Aronson, Solomon, and Nonto as the midfield attacking three. And then Joel Piroux up front. The bench for Preston is Bauer, Carroll, Evans, Reese, Keane, Lindsay, Mawene, Porteous, and Stowell. Of which I've only, I can say, heard of Porteous, I think, because he used to play for Celtic or Rangers. One of those two. This is Nonto's chance as well, isn't it? This is Nonto's chance, really, to prove himself in that starting lineup. Just a few seconds away from kickoff here, it looks like. Let's get the little timer ready. Come on, Leeds. Let's have a big performance today. We're underway here. Here we go. We're about 10 seconds in, and I hadn't realised. Here we are. We're underway. We're going. Here's Ethan Ampadu. Now Bogle into Nonto. Bogle clears that long. Good foot there by Tanaka. Now Bogle. And then back across here to Ampadu. Now Solomon. Solomon with the ball forward to Firpo. Kesler Hayden was a bit too fast for Firpo there, and it's going to be a Leeds throw in. Looks like he might have tweaked his hamstring there, Kesler Hayden, already. Is Bogle again, gets the ball off Rodon. Back to Rodon. Firpo. Good ball there into Piru. Piru tries to play around the corner to Aronson, just not quite on the same wavelength there, and now Preston can try and come forward. There's Magoma. Played forward there. Little chipped ball over towards Osmajic, but headed away there by Ampadu well, and now Bogle can pick it up. Afternoon, everybody who's joining us. Welcome to the stream. If you haven't already, hit that sub button, hit that like button, all that good stuff. It's Tanaka. Rodon. Tanaka. Now Ethan Ampadu. Solomon gives it him back. Ampadu's across to Rodon. Now Tanaka. Back across now to Ampadu. Gruev. Ampadu again. Tanaka. Now Joe Rodon. Rodon picks it up again. Good little ball out wide now to Junior Firpo. Firpo down the line. Here's Solomon. Solomon goes past Story, or cuts back again, though. He probably could have crossed it there. Now Firpo. Back into Gruev. All the way back to Rodon now. So if Solomon had just taken the chance and tried and cross it in, more of a chance than coming back out again. Here's Bogle. Lost by Nonto, but picked up again by Tanaka. Now Nonto again. Into Tanaka. Here's Gruev. Aronson. Aronson tackled, but does well to keep hold of it. Now Gruev. Firpo. Out wide here to Solomon. Solomon trying to take on his man. Give him back out to Gruev here. Now Solomon. Solomon goes to shoot from the edge. 1-0. 1-0 to Leeds. Great start. Come on. Come on, Leeds. Let's get another one and then just put the game to bed early. Solomon scored. Killed it in from the edge of the box. That's 1-0 Leeds, 4 minutes in. Great start. He just didn't close him down there, and he just curls it. He's been trying that all season, and it's the first time it's worked. Yeah, Gruev just played it back to him. It just opened up that little bit of space, and he just curls it in the far corner. Good finish. We love scoring early, don't we? We really do. Here come Preston then, playing out from the back. Ball spread out to the right hand side here for Kessler Hayden. Coming into the box. Goes to shoot. 1-1. 1-1. He's just absolutely bashed it in the top corner. What is going on? I don't understand how this has happened. The ball got spread out to the right hand side. He cuts inside past Firpo and just blasts it in the top corner. There was so much space out on that side. Firpo was 1-on-1 with him. He did Firpo 1-on-1 and then just blasted it in the top corner. So much time and space for him. It's a great finish, but yeah, we stood off them, like Clive says. Well, we're underway again here. Here's Rodon. Tanaka. Bogle. Tanaka clears. It's going to be a Leeds throw in. Yeah, but Firpo was left so exposed by his teammates. Aronson chasing down the defender. He gives it all the way back to the goalkeeper now. I do think as football fans, there's a tendency to blame one player when a goal goes in, and it's never just one player. Leeds have cleared that one away, but it was offside. It's never just one player. It's always a combination of things and multiple players not doing their jobs for a goal to go in. You see, Bruce is already saying Firpo, WTF, but it's not just Firpo's fault. He should never have had that much time and space to play out there. Somebody else should have come across to help him. It's never just one player's fault. There's a massive tendency to just completely blame and vilify one player for a goal going in when there's other things that could have been changed about that. We were complacent after scoring a goal. Good foot there by Bogle, but it's going to be a throw in here to Heckey's Preston. Preston going down the left-hand side here now. Poor ball there from Brady, I think it was, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Here's Darlow. Now Ampadu. Firpo. Down the line for Gruev. Gruev slides in and gets the ball into Solomon here. Gets it back again. Here's Gruev coming forward now on the charge. Gruev into Piru. Piru tries to get it back to Solomon and can't quite. He's unlucky there, but Piru does really well to win the ball back here. Piru with a chance to put the ball across the face of goal, punched away by the goalkeeper. Bogle on the edge. Bogle goes to shoot, drags it just wide there. Poor shot in the end with his weak foot. Yeah, Bogle puts it on his weak foot. He just drags it. There's no power behind it or anything. One's going to go all the way through to Darlow and he can pick them up. Now Firpo. Here's Ampadu. Rodon. Into Piru, who plays it back nicely to Gruev. Now out wide to Solomon on the left-hand side. He's got Firpo going beyond him. He gives it to Firpo. Can Firpo get the ball across the box? He can't, but it is going to be... Is it going to be a Leeds corner kick? Can't quite tell. Yeah, it's going to be a corner there. Ampadu and Rodon in the box here for this one. Corner about to come in from Solomon. Comes in towards a penalty spot, headed away by Rodon, I think it was himself. Really poor header. It's actually going to go out for a throw in. It was that bad of a header. Yeah, this is very frustrating. Going 1-0 up that early and then just... Piru gets ahead on that. And a second one. Gives it to Gruev. Gruev spreads it to Solomon here. Solomon's got Firpo outside him. Gives it to him, but it was taken away slightly by the tackle. Now Solomon back to Firpo. Firpo tries to cross it in. Solomon can pick that one back up after the deflection. Here's Solomon. Goes to cross it in. 2-1 to Leeds. Jayden Bogle right in the middle of the goal. Jayden Bogle puts it in the back of the net. Come on. Thank God for that. We're back in front. Just remember, Scamper and Bailey, as you can see it rolling underneath me at the moment, please refrain from posting about goals before I have reacted to them to avoid spoiling my reaction and therefore the game for me. Yeah, cross comes into the box. Bogle really was aware at that back post there. He just made that run at the last second, got in front of two players and just put it under the goalkeeper. Yeah, it's a really good run. It's a really clever, like almost striker's run there from Bogle to get in front of those two players, Magoma and the other one. Oh no, Pierre, the Preston goal, he just blasted it in the top corner. There was no keepers getting near that. His Preston sending a long ball forward from the back now. Cleared away by Rodon. Now Firpo. Solomon plays it back to Firpo. Now Gruev. Piru down the line. Aronson. Good spread of the play there by Aronson into Bogle. Bogle can play it forward to Nonto here. Leeds have got a good break on. Oh, Nonto slipped there. Really unlucky. But Bogle can get back on it from a loose pass here. Oh, it's actually going to be a goal kick there because the ball came back off Bogle, but he did well there. Unlucky. Yeah, hopefully, Robert. That's the idea, isn't it? Hopefully we can hold on to it this time. Otherwise, there's no point scoring. Goal kick then to Preston here. Thank God we're back in front and not too long after they scored. That'll do us the world of good. Well done, Ampadu, charging forward out of the defence to win that back. Poor pass, though, but Solomon can keep it in. Firpo. No Rodon. Yeah, I've got to say, I do like Gurev coming back into the lineup. He has been helping us. It's going to be a throw in there to Preston just inside the Leeds half, but they're actually going to take it on their side of the halfway line. Here's Tordarson as he comes forward, plays the ball out wide to Kessler Hayden. Now back again to the halfway line for Preston here. Leeds just looking to settle things down now for a little while as Preston try and play a hopeful long ball forward. It's going to bounce in front of Kessler Hayden. It's going to be a throw into Firpo here. Well, it was. I think it was Marcelo Bielsa said that a goal could be scored every 18 seconds in theory or something like that. So maybe you're not far off, Robert, and we might have an 18-goal game. It's going to be a corner to Preston there after Rodon's clearance. I've got to say, I think Leeds' kit would look so much nicer if we had the Red Bulls were blue or something, blue and yellow. 2 on target and 2 goals. Yeah, Paul's saying in the chat is a good sign that we're being clinical today. Robbie Brady then to take the corner kick. A lot of Preston players at the back post and then 2 of them on Darlow. Good take there from Darlow. Ball was whipped into the box and Darlow just caught it and fell on it. Really good catch as well because it was a powerfully struck whipped corner kick. Here's Rodon. Now Bogle. Back to Rodon again. Darlow. Rodon. Rodon clears that one. But now picked up again by Magoma. Good tackle by Nonto there. And then Preston do keep the ball, though, and they're probably going to have to go all the way back to the goalkeeper now. On clearance there from Preston, headed away by Ampadu, but picked up again by Robbie Brady. Forced backwards, though, and it's gone all the way back to the defence now. Leeds trying to press high here, but Preston have played through it. Out wide to Kessler Hayden now. Inside here. Aronson tries to get there. Here's Bogle. Plays it out wide now to Firpo on the left. Bogle goes beyond him. Bogle almost in the left wing position at the moment. Crosses the ball forward towards Piru. Piru on the edge of the box. Looking for a chance to shoot here. Piru shoots. Just drags it wide of the post. Unlucky there from Piru. Just wide of the post there. Yeah, he just cut back and he just drags it just wide of the post there, Piru. Unlucky. He puts it through the legs of the defender, but just wide. Not enough power on it either. Here's Magoma playing it backwards. That's going to be a Leeds throw in just outside the technical areas. Long throw in by Bogle. Tanaka away. Tanaka trying to head it again. This time picked up in the midfield by Preston and played all the way back to their goalkeeper now. That's a throw into Leeds. I mean, hopefully, Paul, you'd like to think so, wouldn't you? But the fact that we conceded straight away after scoring wasn't great. Rodon. Back here to Darlow. Chipped over to Firpo now. Gruev. Out wide to Solomon. If he can find Aronson, that's the pass to make here, but no, he goes all the way back to Tanaka, who's in the defence at the moment. Rodon. Into Nonto's feet. Back now to Bogle. Bogle in the end has to just go back again to Rodon. Here's Tanaka. Now Ampadu. Ampadu tried to play a ball through for Firpo there, but wasn't on in the end. And Cornell rolls that one out to his defenders. Nonto maybe needs a bit more time to get into the game. He's not started in absolutely ages, has he, really? So, well, apart from when he started in the number 10, so it's a bit of a different job. Long ball forward there from Preston's going to bounce all the way through to Darlow. It's always the way with us, Clive, though, for some reason. We've got a lot of, we traditionally have had in the last few years a lot of players who are a bit confidency. Melier, Bamford, Cooper, Bogle, Nonto. Into Piru. Oh, Piru does really well there to spread the ball out wide to Firpo. Firpo down the line here for Solomon. Number 14 against number 14 as the Preston defender comes out towards him. Here's Solomon. Back again to Gruev. Out wide to Firpo now. Aronson, Firpo. Gruev. Back to Ampadu here. Palace beating City 2-0. Is Bogle. Now Gruev. Solomon. Out now to Firpo. Back to Solomon again. Oh, good little leave there by Bogle it was, but it doesn't quite make it to Piru. Long clearance there by Cornell and now picked up by Ampadu with a nice touch. Here's Tanaka. Rodon. Darlow again. To be fair, I was only reading out a comment, Pierre. I wasn't actually looking myself. So 4 games to go then after this one. If we win this one, there's 4 games to go and we're top. I'm not sure who I would rather get promoted, Sheffield United or Burnley. Sheffield United are a bigger club. There's more of a rival with Leeds. It's more interesting. But it's Chris Wilder who would be getting them promoted. And then you've got Burnley, who would probably be a prime target to go straight back down if they did get promoted. And we've got no real rivalry with them. But it is boring Burnley. Nonto fouled there, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds over in the right back position. Yeah, they both were relegated, but I just not that it really matters which one does, but Yeah, it's a poor challenge from Robbie Brady on Nonto there. It's going to be a Blunts go up with us 6 points. Do you know what would be nice if we just won our next two games so that there's less pressure on the last two? I don't want to leave it to the final day, but I have a feeling it might just go down to the final day no matter what happens. Darlow then's going to take this free kick, send it long. It's going to be a throw into Leeds here, and Bogle can come and take it. Needs an option, though. Throw into Preston. Long ball forward here from Preston. Here's Brady in down the left-hand side. Bogle trying to stop him, and his cross is terrible in the end, and Darlow can get himself a goal kick. Who's he, Goz? Who wrote the article? Thing is, Leeds have got the investment and the size of club behind them as well, haven't they? Whereas the Burnley and Nonto's cross, he's taken all the sting off it by the defender. Leeds have got that kind of financial backing, haven't they? That if we go up, we could definitely spend big to stay up. Oh, never mind then. Sorry, never mind then, guys. I thought you were just. I thought you were saying he because it was a specific person that you were talking about. He's Tanaka. Thing is, people always say that Etienne LMR. People always say, "Oh, it's too early. Don't do that." But it doesn't make a difference to what happens this season whether we say it or not. If we say what happens with to Leeds in the Premier League next season, we don't get promoted. It was always going to happen. We were always not going to get promoted, so it doesn't make a difference. Is Darlow now Gruev? Back to Darlow here. Here's Peru. Now, good ball down the line from Firpo to Aronson. Can Aronson do something with it here? Gives it back to Solomon. Good ball. Solomon on the edge of the box. Tries to play it into Peru, but now Nonto shoots! Good save by Cornell there, and it's going to be a corner to Leeds. Very good save by Cornell. Heading towards the bottom corner, that. Difficult angle for Nonto, but it was a good strike. Corner then. Going to come in for Leeds very shortly. This time I think it's going to be Gruev to take it because he's left-footed. Gruev whips that one in. It's a good corner. Headed away, though. Come back out to Tanaka on the other side, though. I'm not sure, Trev, to be honest. It's hard to know, really, without seeing him again have a second chance in there because he hasn't lit it up this season, has he? But he is only still very young, Nonto. Here's Tanaka, Gruev. Here's Tanaka again. Gruev, tries to play a ball through to Firpo. Solomon trying to battle for the ball back, but it's going to be a Leeds United throw there, actually. Friday at 8. Here's Rodon. Now Bogle. Now Nonto. Out on the right-hand side. Looking for some options here. Bogle. Back to Nonto again. Excuse you. A bit of a foot race here for Ampadu to get there in front of Osmajic, and he does. He sends it out for a goal kick by shielding it out. Well done, Ampadu. Back to Darlow. Oh, right. Thanks, Cos. Never heard of him. Leeds fans shouting, Battery Bamford. We've got a short memory, haven't we? People giving him dog's abuse, and then you're asking for him back again. It's going to bounce all the way through to, well, it was going to bounce all the way through to Darlow, but Rodon's picked it up. Now Firpo. Yeah, I'll give you a link near Dahari to see the shortcut to see it live. It's www.skysports.com. Is Firpo. Now Ampadu. Darlow. Ampadu again. No, we don't. I think he's been demoted by the EFL, maybe, that linesman. I think people were. Tanaka's got a little knock on the shin here. He seems to be in pain. The a lot of people are thinking that the linesman who ruled out the Bamford goal was the same linesman who ruled out the Tanaka goal, but it was actually two separate linesmen. Oh, yeah, Robbie Brady stands on Tanaka's leg there, so it looks like it's a painful one, but not. It's not an actual injury, it's just a knock. If you get what I mean. Like it stings, but it's not actually going to injure you. You can carry on playing. Migoma tries to play it down the line, cut out by Bogle, and then good ball into Aronson. Aronson with a ball, great ball over the top. Unlucky there as he tried to play it over into the path of Joel Pirou. Short ball by the goalkeeper into the defence now. Here's Bogle. I just think no matter what happens, we kind of have to move on from Bamford at the end of the season. Tanaka. Ruev. Ampadu. Firpo. Now Solomon. Ball down the line here for Aronson to chase. Aronson looking for options. Ball to Firpo. Firpo to try and cross it in. The ball's bobbling around. Great challenge, I think, by the defender there as Pirou tried to finish it off. The ball was rolling in front of an open goal, but in came a sliding challenge there from the defender. Aronson did really well, got the ball into Firpo. Firpo got a bit lucky on Kessler Hayden, then played it in, and Pirou just goes to shoot. I don't know if Pirou just missed there from point blank, you know. No, it is a corner. Really good defending. Gruev then with the corner. Decent delivery. Bounces through everyone there, and it's going to be a goal kick, I think. That was a great challenge to stop Peru scoring there. Here's Bogle now. Now Darlow. Bogle again. Tried to clear it, but it was blocked, so it's going to be a throw in. 82nd goal of the championship season, that is for Leeds. I think our record is 84, they were saying before. Our record is 84 goals in a season. And with 4 games to go after this, I would imagine that we're going to score at least 2 more goals. Oh, maybe a record just in the championship then. Currently 4 points clear of third. Yeah, but they do have to play as well, don't they? Oh no, they're playing right now, aren't they? They are playing right now, aren't they? Yeah, they're 38 minutes in, 0-0. It is nice to see a picture of a league table that Leeds are sitting on top of, because if we do get promoted, we're not going to see that, are we? So we should appreciate it while we can. Yeah, sorry, Gateshead FC stats. It's in the championship. It's our record. Well, they've lost back to back, haven't they, Paul? Sheffield United. They've lost back to back games, so it's yeah, it makes a difference. See, the thing is, I'd rather have Piru, Big Chazza, because he's more clinical in these situations. Like, if you get less chances in the Premier League, Piru's more likely to score than what Bamford is what I would say. I would like to see Piru score a couple more, because if he does, he'll be the top scorer for the season. I'd like to see him get Golden Boot. It's nice to see the team who wins the title with the Golden Boot and all that good stuff. Fair Play Award as well. No, 98 goals, White Swan, not 98 points. Piru scored like 60 odd goals in 3 seasons in the championship. It's not bad, is it? Makes a good argument for him being the best striker in the championship. Is Firpo. Now Aronson. Oh, Aronson and Solomon not on the same wavelength, and now they try and come forward, but tackled here, and here's Solomon on the edge of the box. Solomon's still going. Solomon trips there. He's going to ask for a penalty, but he doesn't get one. Yeah, that's what I mean, Pierre. So if he scores a couple of goals, Piru, then it's going to make a big difference. Darlow sends that one into touch as it came forward there towards Osmajic. I think he just trips there, to be honest, Solomon. I don't think it was a penalty. Let's have another look. No, I think he just trips over. Ball down the line here for Magoma. Tries to head it in. Rodon heads it away, and it's going to be a corner kick here to Preston. The thing is that I understand what you mean, Clive, but I think that just comes with the territory, because nobody's got a Haaland in the championship where they just score every opportunity. I know, obviously, that's not the case necessarily for him, but historically, it pretty much has been. Nobody's got a player who just finishes every chance. So in the championship, you always are going to have players who are frustrating and just don't quite, like Mitrovic scoring 40 odd goals is very much the anomaly. Good catch there by Darla from that corner. Mitrovic is very much the anomaly when he scored all those goals. Most of the time, it's like 20 to 25 goals is the top scorer for the season. And obviously, with scoring that many goals, just it means that they're not scoring every chance. So they are going to be frustrating at times. He's Bogle with a good ball to Nonto down the right hand side. Bogle in space behind him, and he gets it back in the half space, looking for an option here. Back out wide again to Nonto, and now inside to Aronson. Nonto still going here, and then Aronson. Aronson inside the box, shoots, heads it, just wide of the post there. Just wide of the post there. Really good little move between Aronson and Nonto. Yeah, he was way onside, Aronson there. His first shot wasn't that bad. It was his header that he could have maybe headed it back across to Peru. Unlucky there for Aronson. Close though. Close for Leeds. With what, 4 minutes left here of this first half. Back into the midfield here for Preston. Leeds just trying to contain them at the moment. Long ball played forward though this time. Bouncing forward towards us, Majic, but he bounces all the way through to Caldalo. Now Firpo. Tanaka. Good ball out wide here to Bogle. Bogle comes forward with it. Looked like he was going to give it to Nonto, but instead goes backwards. If Sheffield United draw or lose today, it's massive. Even a few point gap. Even a few point gap in a with 4 games to go is big. It's a foul there by Peru, and it's going to be a free kick to Kessler Hayden as he was brought down there by Peru. So would I, Sejal. I'd like to see a bit of Ramazani. Oh, Sheffield have just scored. Oh, for God's sake, they would, wouldn't they? Who scored? Oh, Raksaki that Leeds were going to try and sign on loan. Bloody hell. Come on, Plymouth. The thing as well, that we've got 4 games remaining and we've not got to play Sheffield United or Burnley. They've got to play each other. So one of them's dropping points. At least one of them is dropping points. In those, if we can get maximum points, we will go up because they have to play each other. So either one of them wins and one of them loses, or they get a draw and both drop points. So it's very much scales are tipped in our favour. Still 2 points ahead though. Ball back with Cornell in the Preston goal here. And again, back to him from the defender. Sent long now. Now back into the midfield for Robbie Brady. Forwards again. Again, not great passing there from Preston, but they keep hold of it. Here's Brady again. It's a Tudarson out wide now to... I'm not sure who that is, but here's Tudarson again. Preston with a little bit of sustained possession here. First time they've done that in a while. Gruev tried to make a tackle, but in the end it drops back to Tudarson, who can play it out wide here, but it's going to bounce all the way out for a Leeds throw-in. And that was pretty pointless. Plymouth have allowed almost as many goals as Leeds have scored. Yeah, to have conceded as many goals as they have, we never really should have held out much hope of them keeping Sheffield United out. Oh, that's a red card. That I mean, that's a reactionary reaction. But Peru, even though it was on the halfway line, was pretty much through on goal if he didn't get pulled down there. So yeah, it's a yellow card. But I mean, for me, I'd be asking for more. Here you go. 2 minutes added on, by the way. Yeah, we also have the goal difference as well. That's a good point. Is Bogle back again to Rodon? Now Darlow. Here's Ampadu. Played forward into Solomon. Now Firpo back to Piru. Piru's held it up really well and got the ball forwards there. Not quite to the player he wanted it to, but Piru picks it back up again. Now Firpo. Piru, get yourself in the box, lad. Now Firpo. Tanaka. Back to Piru, still on the left wing at the moment. Tanaka. Now Piru's heading towards the box. Firpo. Into Aronson. Firpo. Solomon. Aronson. Piru drops deep, picks it up, knocks it back again to Ampadu. Be nice if we could get a goal before half time. Here's Tanaka. Good ball into Nonto. Nonto's got a bit of space to run into if he goes wide. Ball into Piru. Piru shoots just wide. He took it first time there, Piru. I think he could have took a touch. I think he could have potentially took a touch there, Piru. Good pass from Nonto. It was close. That's it. That's half time. Good, good performance so far. I think a little bit, obviously, against the run of play, and a bit unlucky for us to have conceded. But overall, I think we've done pretty well, to be honest. I'm going to take a short break now. Um, I'm going to take a short break now and be back very soon. But of course, remember to get your tickets now for the Leeds Creator Cup on the 20th of July at the John Charles Centre for Sport. £7 for adults, £3 for children. LeedsCreatorCup.com will have all of your information there. Of course, supporting Prostate Cancer UK. Hello. Not a bad first half, that, to be honest. Apart from conceding the goal, I thought we did well. Um, yeah, Sheffield United is still one up at half time. Let's leave that on the screen whilst we do some uh, reading of comments. PS saying, okay, would you sub at half time or stick with the team as is? At half time, I would stick with the team as is. I think we're playing very, very well. And I wouldn't be making too many substitutions until maybe the 60th, 70th minute. I don't think Peru's been that bad. I think his link-up play has been decent. His build-up play has been coming short well and holding onto the ball, and I think he's played quite well. Brian June asking how the first half was. I think Leeds played really well in the first half. To be honest, I think we did. I think we did a good job. John B saying 2-1 is still a precarious scoreline. Of course it is, but I do think that we've played fairly well in that first half. Pierre saying I've donated. If I can get out of the village fate, then I'll be there. Thank you, Pierre, for supporting the cause. But come on, guys, press the like button. 40 if you haven't done yet. We need that next goal. We all know that when we hit 100 likes, that's when a goal goes in. White Swan saying Peru will probably be number 10 by 60 minutes and Bamford up front. I don't think I'd be too opposed to that. I think that Bamford played really well against Middlesbrough. Basically, Chewy replying to Ryan was summarising the first half. I think it's quite a good summary, so we'll read it out here. We haven't really had anything to worry about from them. Their goal was well taken against the run of play. Plenty of pressure. Need to keep this up. Yeah, their goal was a really good finish. We should have defended it better, but the actual finish itself was really good. Yeah, they're not fantastic, Preston, but we're playing well. If we're still in front, subs won't come on to 75, 80. You might be right, yeah, but also think about the injuries that we've had recently, and he might be like, okay, well, let's actually make sure that all our players make it to the end of the season. I know what you're saying, Rookie. I do know what you're saying, but no, like I was saying before, no strikers are perfect. No striker just finishes every chance that comes their way. And I think you'd struggle to find any championship striker who's ever done that, other than pretty much Mitrovic when he scored 40 odd goals in one season. So I think we are expecting a little bit of a higher standard than maybe we're playing at. Yeah, finishing continues to be our issue, but like I said, I just do think that sometimes we're not quite good enough in front of goal, but that comes with the territory of playing in the championship. And as well, I do like to remind people that we say, oh yeah, we're not very good at finishing or whatever. We have scored 82 goals, which is 25 more than anybody else. Oh, actually, no, because Middlesbrough scored 61. 25 more than the other top two, Burnley and Sheffield United. Isn't it mad how Norwich is sat in 11th and they've got 2 out of the top 3 top scorers in the division? Borja Sainz with 17, Josh Sargent with 14. Oh, actually, Norwich have scored 63 and they're in 11th. Bloody hell. Just shows, doesn't it, that it's not really about that if you're conceding a load of goals. Like Sheffield Wednesday have scored 56 goals, which is far and away the most in the bottom half of the division. But they've conceded 63. Are they, Tom? Let's have a look at the table. I didn't even particularly notice them when I looked through there. Oh, they're in 14th, and you've got 4 games to get. You've got 4 games to bridge an 11-point gap to the playoffs. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's even mathematically possible. Well, it's mathematically possible, but it's very unlikely. Shouldn't be too long before we're underway again here. Now that is mathematically impossible, Tom. They might win the Welsh League. I mean, it's only a 2-horse race. Oh no, you've got Wrexham as well now, to be fair. And Newport County as well are Welsh, aren't they? Yeah, Newport, South Wales. Are there any more that I don't know about? Welsh teams in EFL. Yeah, so you've got Swansea and Cardiff, Wrexham and Newport. That's it. So it would be a four-team league. I'm not sure, Clive, to be honest. I think it was very much top corner. Yeah, to be fair, Leeds are the biggest Welsh team, aren't they? Leeds are literally the Welsh national team. You've got Darlow. How many have we got now? Because Darlow didn't play for Wales before he signed for Leeds, did he? So now you've got Darlow, Rodon, Ampadu, Dan James. Darlow, Rodon, Ampadu, Dan James. Ampadu, Dan James. That's 4. Are there any more? Charlie Crew as well. He's down as Welsh, isn't he? Welsh Leeds players. Terry Yorath. I don't think that's current. I don't want it to be history. I want it to be current. Oh, we did have Connor Roberts as well, didn't we? But not anymore. Maybe Clive. I'll have to see it back, to be honest. I thought it was very much in the top corner. That's random, Paul. Interesting, but random. Oh, I did not know that, Paul. What? I did not know that. Why should go Gabby Logan then? Oh, yeah, because she got married. That makes sense. I did not know that. Thanks, Paul. We learn something new every day. Well, players are heading back out onto the pitch now. Remember, just before we kick off here, tickets on sale now. We are just about to kick off, though, here for the second period in this game. Just give me 1 second. This is why I'm not on the screen. There we go. Time is going now. Cleared long there by Bogle. Peru chasing that one down as the ball goes all the way back to Cornell. Now he plays it out wide to Kessler Hayden. Picked up, though, by Firpo. Now Gruev. Good ball back to Firpo here. Here's Firpo coming forward. Firpo looking to get the ball in the box. He does square it, but nobody there on the penalty spot to put that one in. Cleared away by Whiteman. Good foot there by Ampadu to get the ball back to Gruev. Now Tanaka. Gruev again. Back to Ampadu. I'd go into Tanaka there. I think he could have taken that one. But he's gone all the way back to Darlow instead. Now Bogle. Yeah, look, I think if Leeds score first, the game's dead. But if Preston score, then we've got a real problem on our hands here because we cannot afford. No, no, Tom. Leeds need to win to make things interesting. That's not how it works, Tom. Because you'd have said that last year that we'd smashed the playoffs and we lost in the final. So it's very upsetting. We do not do well in playoffs. You want the title race to be interesting, not the playoffs. Long ball forward from Cornell here. Here's Frockyar out wide now. Magoma back to Frockyar. Brady plays it backwards now. He's trying to win the ball back here. Tanaka does temporarily, but now Brady has it again. Here's Tordarson out wide now. Brady tries to cross it into the box. That's going to be a Leeds. No, it's a corner, I think. Yeah, corner. Yeah, he just kind of go through the back of him there a bit on Firpo, doesn't he, Kessler Hayden? Corner kick then to come in here from Preston. 2 arms up from Robbie Brady. Ball from the edge of the box. Good shot, good save. Good foot there by Tanaka, and it's going to be another corner. Good save from Darlow. Yeah, ball comes to the edge of the box. It was a good, well-worked set piece, but Leeds should have stopped them. Someone from Leeds should have been there to stop that shot, but corner about to come in. Headed back into the box and then shot over the bar there. It's going to be a Leeds. Oh, he's offside anyway. Osmajic, but it's going to be a Leeds goal kick regardless. Well, Leeds kick because it might be a free kick. Yeah, they both just kind of kicked each other there. Darlow sending everybody up. Doesn't want to play this one short. Here's Firpo. Now Solomon. Here's Piru. Oh, just drags it wide. I've just realised that this stream isn't monetized. Oh, no. I'm confused. Edit. Monetization. Yeah, my stream's not monetized. For God's sake. How annoying is that? Completely forgot to do that. When you set it up through StreamYard, you then have to go back into YouTube and change it to say it's monetized. So that's why there's been no ads and therefore no monetization. Decent strike from Peru. Just needs to, yeah, he just drags it wide. I think it was on target. It would have been saved anyway there. It was going away from the keeper, if you get what I mean. Here's Tanaka. Oh, Furpo and Kessler Hayden going for a challenge there, and then Furpo comes back in and wins it the second time. Great from Furpo. Here's Furpo. Now Gruev. Do not kick the ball out. It's not a head injury. Here's Tanaka. Solomon. Cuts back. Gruev. Tanaka. Thank you so much, Chewy. Chewy with the 5 gifted Leeds Lately memberships. I can't love heart that for some reason on YouTube, but nevertheless, I really appreciate it. And so do Hank Wyman, Alluvial Fan, Chris Richmond, Mikey MK, Ted Garron. All have been gifted a monthly membership. So you guys can use your emojis and stuff in the chat, and we'll have priority on replies and stuff for the month that goes on for. And you can thank Chewy for that. And I can also thank Chewy for that. Thanks, Chewy. Really appreciate that. So I'm seeing this. No, there's no way any goalkeeper would have saved that. I don't think. What Clive, you were asking before, I think Kessler Hayden just absolutely twitted it. I was going to say something more on PG, but he just absolutely blasted it into the top corner. To be fair, your odds are fairly high. It's not a lottery, is it? Because there's only 106 people in here, so if you gift them, it's probably someone you know. What was I going to say then? There's 107 people in this chat. Let's see how many likes we've got. 83 likes, 107 people, and only 83 likes. 17 more people hit the like button. That's when Leeds score a third goal. Is Nonto. Now Furpo. Gruev. Back again to Rodon, who can spread the ball out wide now to Bogle. Bogle down the right-hand side here. Charging forwards. Bogle to try and cross the ball in. Cleared away. It's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Afternoon, Johnny Peacock. Welcome to Leeds Letter membership, Hank. Is Aronson. Good turn. Aronson looked to put the ball in the box there, but there was just nobody there, and it's going to be another throw into Leeds this time. Little foot in there by Magoma. Here's Piru. Back to Nonto. Nonto, oh, he goes to shoot, but it's blocked. Now Gruev. Solomon. Solomon tries to cross it in. Hits the bar. Piru hits the bar. It's nothing's going right for him at the moment. Now Aronson again. Furpo. Back to Solomon with a little back heel. Solomon's got Aronson outside him. Aronson puts it in the box. Nonto into the stand. Leeds are having so many good chances here. Let's have a look at this first one. We'll score one. So unlucky for Peru. And then Nontos was horrendous. At least Peru at the bar though. Nontos sent it into the stand. Leeds going forward again here. Here's Solomon. Now Bogle. Solomon. Nonto. Can't quite get that one. And cleared away there by Cornell. I mean, he did against Middlesbrough, and that should have been his goal. Here's Bogle. We've got a Dan James. It's called. We've got a Dan James. He's called Laji Ramazani. We just need to put him on the pitch. Well, we're nearly at the 60-minute mark, so we may see some subs before too long. Here's Firpo. Now Gruev. Here's Bogle. Bogle's still going there. Bogle's done so well. Now he wins the free kick. Do you know what? I actually talk so much during these streams that sometimes when people put stuff in the chat referring to something I just said, I've got no idea what it was that I said. So Pierre saying very true, Max, and John B saying that I'm not wrong very often. What were you referring to? Because I actually don't remember. That's how much I just talk during these. Here's Aronson. I'm assuming it was about Ramazani being a Dan James on the bench. Tanaka, Gruev. Now Ampadu charging out of defence here. Keep going there. There's nothing. Now it's a free kick. Ampadu was given the advantage, but he decided to take the free kick. Oh, okay. Thanks, Pierre. I thought it was that, but sometimes I talk so much that I actually genuinely lose track of what I have and haven't said. Ball all the way back with Darlow now. Would like to see some. I just would like to see some substitutions before too long. Maybe a bit of Patrick Pamford. Needs a rest though. Oh, a White Swan. Here's Tordarson. Now Story. Into the midfield and a little chipped ball over the top. Good header by Ampadu. And now back to Firpo. Firpo fouled by Osmajic, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. Now Ampadu. Bogle. Bogle still going here. Bogle still going here. Tries to cross it in. Really good challenge in the end by Magoma. I think it's going to be a throw into Leeds rather than a corner, but Bogle seems to have picked up a bit of a knock here. Did so well, Bogle, there, just to keep going and keep going and keep going. I think Bogle might have kicked. Yeah, I think he might have kicked Magoma when he tried to cross it in. Do you know what? Honestly, it serves them right, these footballers who wear shin pads that are about that big. Just wear a proper pair of shin pads. Nonto into Peru. Back to Bogle again. Gruev. Firpo. Now Aronson into Firpo. Firpo goes to shoot. Really good block by the Preston defender there. Would have probably been a goal that definitely was going to have to force the keeper into making a save. I knew what you meant, Pierre. Yeah, you're right that Hughes is on a yellow. Good little flick there by Aronson, and then great challenge when Firpo was about to shoot there. Ball comes into the box, punched away by Cornell. Nonto can come out and pick that one up, though. All the way back to Bogle. And then all the way back to Darlow. Here's Tanaka. Gruev. Firpo. Back to Gruev again. Solomon's come deep and Firpo's gone into the half space. Here's Solomon out on the left-hand side. Plays a ball across square to Tanaka. Now Nonto. Nonto making a bit of space for himself a couple of times. Doesn't find the chance to shoot, though, and gives it to Bogle on the wing. Bogle crosses it in. Piru was already beyond the back post when he tried to head that. But again, another good ball into the box there from Leeds. Oh, I'm sorry, but you're expecting a lot of Piru there. Preston goalkeeper is now sat down on his goal line. I mean, if he's injured, they've already got one goalkeeper injured. So are they going to have to put their third choice goalkeeper in net? Look like they're warming up a couple of players here, Preston as well. Ledson being one of them. Punched away by the goalkeeper, and then I'm not sure what happened. I think he just fell over. So it looks like it's Porteous and Reese who are going to be the ones who come on for Preston here. Robbie Brady off. No, Joseph is on the bench. And then Emil Reese has come on as well. I imagine for us, my age. No, it's not actually. Well, Story's come off and Porteous has come on. Ryan Porteous. Ex of Celtic, I think. Oh, he's on loan from Watford. Maybe that's where I remember him from. Scotland international, though, because I remember him. I think he gave away a penalty or got a red card in the Euros. Headed away by Rodon. I know you were Goz, but I was just actually saying who he was as well. Here's the ball with Porteous for the first time. It would be nice for us to just go and get a third goal, surely. Come on. Long ball forward here, and Darlow can just let that run out for a goal kick. 6 more likes until we get 100 likes. Smash that like button, everyone. If you haven't already, hit the like button. If you haven't already, hit the sub button as well. Long ball forward from Darlow. Headed away. Bogle heads it forward now towards Nonto. Nonto battling here. Wins leads a throw in. Bogle Throws that one down the line. Aronson with a chance to put the ball back in the box here. He's kept hold of it, though, and played it back out to Bogle. Good ball into Nonto. Nonto across to Piru. Piru looking for a way to shoot here. There isn't really much chance for him to. And now Solomon. Good save by the goalkeeper. And it's going to be a Leeds corner kick. Good save by the goalkeeper. Corner kick to come in then. Corner comes in. Oh my God, that's close to going in. I can't believe it hasn't gone in. It just rolled past the post. I don't know how, because it just went into a massive group of players. Rodon. I think Rodon actually stops it going in the goal. I don't understand how Rodon did that, and then it comes off Gruev. That's horrendous. Rodon heads that one away, though. He's Gruev. Now Firpo. Rodon basically defended that. His instincts kicked in and he defended it. Here's Jaden Bogle. Tries to cross it in. It's going to be a goal kick. We've missed a lot of chances. Yeah, you're right. A lot of chances. Goal kick then to Preston. Headed away by Tanaka. Here is Tanaka. Nonto. Aronson. Aronson tackled, but it's going to go back to Tanaka here. Rodon charging forward. Chipped ball over the top towards Solomon. Kessler Hayden's going to have to deal with it. He does. He plays it back to the goalkeeper here. I don't know who Ramos is, Scamper and Bailey. Ramos? Here's Whiteman now. Gets it back off Hughes. Now Brocchiar across to Porteous. Leeds trying to stop it as Emil Reese comes deep for that. Oh. Hey, I genuinely, the spelling of Ramazani was so bad that I had no idea what you actually meant. Peru chasing down the final defender, and he's going to play it all the way back to the goalkeeper here. Long ball forward here, headed away by Firpo. But that's not. It's not English if it's not an English name. I know what you mean, though. Thodarson just. Yeah, Aronson just breathed on him from behind and he fell over in a big lump. Taking the time over this free kick, Preston. Now to Thodarson. Cross comes in, headed away by Peru. Good defensive header. Well, we're now in the 70th minute. I'd like to see some changes soon. Darlow comes and punches that. Darlow was outside of his box then when he punched that. Darlow just touched the ball outside the box and is giving them a free kick right on the edge of the box. Yeah, he's way out. He's way out of his box. What an idiot. They've got a free kick right on the edge of our box. I'm hoping that it's one of those situations, where you say it's actually too close. Looking up to get a red. How is he looking up to get a red? Yeah, people would be absolutely, especially if they score off this now, people would be going mental if that was Melier. Let's see how far away he makes the wall go. I thought handball outside the box was only a yellow anyway. Well, Nonto's currently playing the draft excluder role. Good block by the wall. I think it might have been Tanaka or Aronson. Blocked over the bar. No, it was Aronson with his head there. His entire body were outside the box, Clive. He was like in midair and his entire body was outside the box. Here's Whiteman. Crosses it into the box. Comes out the back. Leeds have got a break on here. Bogle still going. Gruev. Now Aronson. Oh, great challenge there by the defender, to be fair. Great challenge there by Firpo. Now Piru. Piru inside the box. Goes to shoot. Just drags it wide. Just wide from Piru. A couple of Preston players went down there. Yeah, it's not a great shot. Probably should have passed it. I think there's some big chance of do Patrick Bamford. So looks like it may be Patrick Bamford coming on. Patrick Bamford's getting stripped off. So is Isaac Schmidt. Looks like Max Verber might be as well. I think it's because Schmidt in these situations, Schmidt can defend as well, can't he? So you're kind of saying you've got an extra fullback there if you need him. He's Bogle into Nonto. I think in this second half, Solomon, as it's gone on, has got quieter and quieter. So it would make sense for him to come on for Solomon, I think. His Verpo. Here's Nonto. Tries to play it back to Bogle, but he can't quite, and he's going to recycle the ball back to Tanaka. Yeah, Schmidt keeps coming on as a winger every time he comes on. That's where he's going to bring him on. Is Ampadu. Now Solomon. Just answered that to you a second ago. Possible. But I haven't pressed or done anything. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. I should be fine. I would suggest just yeah, it wasn't me. Like I didn't do anything, so it shouldn't have been an issue. Anyway, I was saying that Solomon's gone quieter and quieter through the second half, so it would be him for me that would come off for Schmidt, even though he was good in the first half. But they're only going to be on for 10 minutes anyway, these subs, whenever they do come on. Good foot there from Nonto, and that's going to be... Well, the substitutions are going to come on now. Hi, Tim. Welcome to the stream. Leeds are going to make some subs here, so let me just get ready to change the lineups. Don't know who Bamford's going to come on for, so I'm just waiting for that. So it's going to be Nonto that's going to come off. Oh. But if Plymouth actually scored? Oh my God, they actually have. That's legendary. Thank God for that. Ryan Hardy. Always liked him. I'm not doing... Testing, testing. Hello. Can you sound back again? It must be StreamYard. Nah, it must be StreamYard because OBS is showing that I'm getting sound through the whole time. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I can see my levels in OBS are perfectly fine. It must be StreamYard. Anyway, Leeds are in down the right-hand side here. Here's Isaac Schmidt. Gets the ball back to Bogle. Bogle going this way and that. Loses the ball, but then wins a free kick. Leeds a chance to put the ball in the box then here. I've not got a dodgy wire. White Swan. I have not, because I can tell that the levels are going up and down in OBS. It's just that in StreamYard must be doing it for some reason. Well, free kick and a chance to put the ball in the box then. Solomon over it. Ball comes into the box towards the back post. Oh, really overhit, really poor there. Ampadu keeps it in. Firpo makes a good challenge. And then a long ball forward here towards Bogle, who's done really well there. Now Piru. Ampadu. Gruev. Piru. Comes forward with it now. Back to Firpo, back to Gruev. Gruev, have we hit 100 likes yet? Hey, we're on 102 likes. You know what that means, don't you? You know what that means. Yes, Pierre, that is exactly what's happened. Piru's in the 10. Piru's done well there, bringing the ball forward now. Here's Isaac Schmidt. Now Piru again. Firpo. Bamford tries to play it back to Firpo. Firpo feels he was brought down there, blocked off. Yeah, you're right, Gateshead FC stats. If Leeds win this one, oh, the linesman just fell over. If Leeds win this one, you don't see that very often. If Leeds win this one and Plymouth beat Sheffield United, or even if they just draw, the points gap with this few games left to go makes a big difference. Here's Solomon down the left-hand side. Yep, I did, Justin. That was hilarious. Gruev plays it forward here. Is Bamford offside? No, yeah, Bamford is offside. The Leeds player's gone down, though. It's not the Leeds that aren't happy with the officials. It's the Leeds aren't happy with the foul that was committed. 4 points gap with 4 points to go if it stays like this. It's big. Gruev it was there that went down. Here's Thodarson. Play back to Porteous. Schmidt charging down the left-hand side just to try and stop Hughes coming forward. Preston are going to make another sub in a second, but for the moment they've got an attack. Here's Osmajic. Rodon does so well to get the ball away, but he has passed it straight to a Preston player. Whiteman knocks it back now. Another ball forward. Good foot there by Bogle. Ball was attempted to be crossed in there, but Piru's blocked it, and now he's going to force them to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Bamford closing down the goalkeeper there. Leeds really squeezing out and trying to press here as they try and play forward. They are doing well here, Preston. It's the first time I've seen them play football, to be honest, playing out from the back as Leeds pressed them. That's going to be a free kick as Ampadu came charging out of defence. Lindsay and Carol are coming on for Preston, which sounds like two middle-aged women. Yeah, Thud Arson's come off and Carol has come on. And Hughes has come off for Lindsay. Oh my God, Plymouth have actually scored, have they? Oh my God. Sheffield United have fallen apart. Let's just hope that we can survive this. Don't know who scored their second goal. It's not updated yet. Ball towards the edge of the box. Headed away by, well, it's actually headed away by Frockyar himself, so that's going to be a Leeds goal kick. Yeah, Plymouth have just scored. Tijani has scored for Plymouth. Don't say that, Paul. There is 4 games to go here. Is that 3 on the bounce Sheffield United have lost or are about to have lost? That's going to be a throw in there to. That's going to be a throw in there to Preston. God, this is nerve-wracking. We really, really should have put this game to bed as well. Bamford does well there. He's just going to have to chase that one down. Oh my God, they nearly really messed up there. Solomon chasing down now. Now Firpo, good foot there. It's going to be a throw in though to Kessler Hayden. He's taking it from too far forward though. To go back, please. Thank you. Yeah, and Burnley and Sheffield United have got to play each other, don't forget, as well. So if Burnley win that, '89th minute or 90th minute now, let's have a little look at the... I don't know what's going to be added on at the moment. It's going to be a throw in there to Preston. I don't particularly remember there being that many stoppages in this. The goalkeeper went down and one of their defenders went down. Well, I think it was Todarson actually, and they didn't go down for that long. Firpo's done so well to defend that there, and he clears it. Bamford was wrestled to the ground there by his face, and the referee is not. He's just waved it away. I don't know how long he's added on here. It just ticked into the 91st minute. 6 minutes added on. 6. Christ. Please score, Leeds. 6 minutes. Ball comes into the box, headed away by Ampadu. Good foot there by Gruev. And now Bamford, good from him to get that one away. It's knocked into touch there by them. Honestly, the way that Bamford held the ball up and the way that he played and used his experience and used his body well against Middlesbrough at the end of that game is exactly what we need right now. If we can get the ball up to him, he'll do a good job of housing his way to wasting time. Bogle with a long throw in. That's going to be a throw into Preston as it rolled off Bamford. It's a poor pass there. They're panicking a bit, Preston, and it's going to be a throw into Leeds just outside the technical areas. If it stays like this, Leeds will be 5 points clear. You can see that Rothwell and Strauch are sat there in their civilian clothes in the just next to the some of the staff. Long throw in forward here. It's going to be a Leeds throw in. That's right up by their box as well, that throw in, so Leeds can take the time and try and hold it up there. Firpo doing really well here. Oh, fouled there, maybe. No. Piru got a good foot on it, and it's actually backspin there. So it's going to stay in, and then it's going to be another throw into Leeds. Firpo got wiped out there. Byram warming up. Firpo then to take this throw in right by their box. Bamford does so well there to hold that up. But he's then given it away. Ball cleared, but only as far as Tanaka, who heads it back to Piru. Now Solomon. Piru, Gruev. Little ball over the top so it can just be headed back again. Here's Bamford, back to Solomon, going towards the corner there, but he's actually taken out himself, Solomon, so it's going to be a throw into Preston now. Headed away by Ampadu. Good foot by Tanaka, and now Firpo can come forward with it. Give it Bogle, that's it. Bogle's out on the right-hand side. A bit of space and a bit of calmness. He can play the ball down the line to Schmidt here now. Here's Isaac Schmidt. Back to Firpo. Piru's free on the edge of the box if you can find him. Now Bogle. He's going to try and hold it in the corner here, Bogle. Bogle's doing so well there. It's actually going to be a corner to Leeds. Woo-hoo-hoo! This is getting tasty now. I feel a bit lightheaded, to be honest. Solomon's coming off, and Byram is coming on. Oh, God. Just 2.5 minutes to go then. Less than. Sorry, 1.5 minutes. Now about 1 minute as soon as this corner comes in. But they will add a bit more on. Taken short. That's a throw in there to Preston. Thrown back to Porteous. He clears it. Oh, poor touch by Byram. There's a lot of slipping and sliding going on here at the moment. Ball comes forward here towards Majic. Leeds just trying to force him to go backwards. They do well to do so, but he has passed it to Porteous. Now out wide here to Kessler Hayden. Ball into the box. Darlow can catch that one and fall on it. Thank God for that. Woo! Christ on a bike. Darlow, just send that one as far as your legs can kick it. Now Verber's getting prepared to come on as well. I don't really know why he's giving him tactical instructions. It's basically put your body on the line to stop that going in. Headed on again. Good foot there by Isaac Schmidt. Cleared by Ampadu. That's 96 minutes. We're now into the 97th minute and we're still playing here. Ampadu clears it. It's got snow on it, that ball. Chested forward there. Away by Tanaka. That's it. That is it. Leeds United have won here at Elland Road. Woof. Leeds have won 2-1 at Elland Road over Preston. And more importantly as well, Sheffield United have lost away at Plymouth 2-1. Leeds are now 5 points clear of third place. 5 points clear of third place with just 4 games remaining now. That is massive. It cannot be understated how big that is. That is absolutely huge. Leeds United are top. 5 points clear of third with 4 games to go. Wow. Unbelievable. Massive marching on together rings out around Elland Road. Players shaking hands on the pitch. That is huge. Oof. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. Thanks everybody so much for joining me. I really appreciate the continued support. There'll be a match reaction out on the channel very shortly. And just, wow. Of course, we'll be live for the next game as well. Oxford United on Good Friday. Again, these are all cup finals now. These are all massive games. If we win that one and Sheffield United lose against Burnley and when they go head to head, that's us. So let's just do what we can do and win our games. Wow. Massive for Leeds. Absolutely massive for Leeds. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. And as well, remember, if you are wanting to go to the charity match, tickets are on sale now at leedscreatorcup.com. Adults £7, children £3. John Charles Centre for Sport, all your favourite Leeds creators in a big game of football for a great cause, Prostate Cancer UK. That's leedscreatorcup.com to get your tickets today. Thanks for watching Leeds lately, and I'll see you in the next one.